Okay, Robert, you ended up top 32, right?
Yes.
Here at YCS Dortmund with Mikanko. So, yeah, is there anything you want to say before you go to the list?
I guess I'll do some shout-outs. Shout-outs to Whitney Games, shout-outs to Mr. Games, shout-outs to Eclectic Games, shout-outs to Far Forward. Everyone helped move the list, everyone helped me borrow cards. I couldn't have done this without you and all your support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cool.
Yep.
Yes. So the real power of the deck: 3 connector, dolphin, rotor to search it.
Okay. Can you turn the cards upside down? And it's more easy to see. Thank you.
So yeah, this is the real powerhouse of the deck. Since it's a combo deck, you want to start with connectors as often as possible. You summon dolphin, look at their hand, and then basically you just win from there. I'll show the extra deck and then it'll become more clear what we're doing with this. Mikanko engine, so 3 prep to search Ohime. It's your best card. You always want to have access to it. Yeah, Ohime adds any Mikanko card and then discards 1 card. And then on field, she can target any equip in the grave and equip it to a monster on the field. It's just amazing versus, it just does literally everything for your deck. It's a disrupt, it's a starter, it triggers all your names, it just does everything basically. And it doesn't target the monster on the field. So you can use it against purely cards, even if they have the field spell up. And a lot of people don't realize, they think equip spell targets, but it doesn't target if it's being equipped by an effect. So that's a pretty big interaction that makes this card really good.
Okay.
The names, 2 Hare, 2 Huli. I'm not playing Nini in this list, unfortunately, because it's not very good, unfortunately. So they all have the same effect where if they are equipped, your opponent takes the damage instead. Hare searches the equipped spells, Huli searches the traps. But Huli has the amazing effect that nothing can be targeted while you control an equipped card, and it wins you games by itself. Like, it's hard for Unchained, it's very hard to sprite you out, especially after you smashes. Yeah, it's honestly like a win con by itself almost. Against like Cashier as well, it's just amazing.
Right.
Spells, so 2 to quick play. This card's also so broken. So you searches of Ohime 90% of the time, and it specials a Mikanko from your hand, ignoring summoning conditions. So you summon Ohime because ignore summoning conditions, and then it's got graveyard effect to send any Mikanko card, which is amazing. Like it does so much for you. It's basically just foolish barrier for anything. And even if it gets negated, you still have the effect in Brave. So it's like a double value of the card, even if you're playing into boards, especially when you're playing into boards. The other equips, Arabesque. This is the best one. You want to draw. You want to see it every hand. You equip it to a monster. It summons a Mikanko and then bounces that monster, which is just amazing. Like it helps you out boards, helps you start your combos. And what's funny about this card is Wave King Caesar can't negate it because it's a spell effect on the field, not a spell that special summons on activation. So that's also super cool interaction. Yeah, that's that. Then the other equips, there are these 3 equips. So this one summons a Mikanko from grave while it is in the graveyard. So it is amazing for the grind game, and you send off Isolde, it's just pure value, you send it for cost, and then you have a resource in the graveyard, a recurring resource. Banishes the monster when it leaves the field, not itself, but that's okay. I mean, you have ways of recurring that anyway, so it's very good. And it also, if a Mikanko battles, at the end of the damage step, bounces a card. So it outs Skill Drain, outs like Floodgates, and yeah, if you equip it to Huli, outs basically anything in their board. It's just so good. The Snatch Steal, not much to say. You usually send this off Isolde and you equip with Ohime as a disrupt. You need to play it. It sometimes can brick your hands. Happened a couple times, but it's a really good card. You play it anyway. Fire Dance summons one from your grave, and this is the way you make sure you force them to have a monster. It summons one from their grave as well. Right. So it can be it can force OTKs by giving them back a big monster. Right. Even giving them back Ash is pretty good because 18 is still sizable damage. The other 2 equips, Axifools, Durandal. So Durandal is pretty self-explanatory, adds a Fire Warrior. So it can add Hare and it can add some of the, I'll show later, the Fire Warriors we're playing. Axifools is also a very funny card. So it negates the effects of any monster equipped to it. So you can chain cards to equip Axifools to opponent's monsters and negate their effects. And this card is amazing in against Flu, against Branded, against Purely. Decks where, you know, snatch stealing isn't particularly relevant, but effect negation is super crucial. So it's really good. And to pair with the Axifools, you have this card, Mikanko Rivalry. So this one, if you control a Mikanko monster, you can equip an equip spell from your deck to your monster. So this can equip Axifools, negate it directly. So that's how you get access to it. And graveyard effect can recur a trap, an equip spell, which is good. This one places a monster in the spell and trap zone. So steals it, doesn't steal it, but gets rid of it. Spot removal, and it does burn damage as well, which is super crucial. Has helped me finish off games many times. And the second effect is so broken. You banish it to special banish Mikanko, which gives you amazing grind, especially with the Mei Washidori. You banish them, and that just brings them back. These two, Reno, pretty self-explanatory. It brings back an equip after you summon it, and it becomes a tuner, which is for Arclight. Roland, you search of Assault. It's quick effect, equips onto anything, which is pretty amazing. You can trigger your Mikankos on your opponent's turn. And people also just forget I have this, so I'll make an Apo. They'll bait one negate, they'll attack into it, and I'll be like, damage step Roland, equip to Apo, and it dies. So yeah, it's very good for that as well. Souls package. I wanted to have one more thing to search with prep, since if you have play 3 Ohime, 3 prep, it's kind of can get kind of bricky, especially if Ohime gets ashed. You now have multiple dead cards. But the Illusion Souls package is amazing. It helps unclog hands. You can see the worst cards to draw are this. This. Your spells are your worst cards to draw, often going first. So this can help unclog hands. And then non-engine, 3 Ash, pretty fantastic. And then that was actually. I also played 3 Imperm in the main, which was really good as well. Just generically very useful. Yep. 3 Frost, because it's just the best card in the game. The extra deck is important, but not as important as getting access to any card in the game.
Okay.
And then I think I'll do the extra deck first.
Yeah.
So Isolde, pretty self-explanatory. It's your main play starter. I only play 1 because if it doesn't resolve, as long as you get the cost, you're good. That's all you care about. And then the other combo cards are Herald of the Arclight and Apollosa. So these are your end board pieces. So Apollosa you go for against combo decks. Against Purely it's very good. Arclight is good against the tier. I didn't play any tier, but Arclight would have been clears that matchup by itself, so it's really good for that. And adds any ritual monster or ritual spell. So you often make Arclight and then link off Isolde Arclight plus one other monster. You make Apo and then you search Ohime.
Okay.
So if you don't open Ohime already. Then the rest, there's some utility cards. So the Almirage is there to. Some hands you really need to normal summon and get a monster in grave. So Almirage comes up. I almost always banish it off cost when I don't need it, but when it comes up, it's super crucial. So you have to play it.
Right.
I played the Charmers, played Dark Heater, and also played Celine. So you have souls to send to summon back with Celine, so that works pretty well. And then these are the 2 best Charmers currently in the format. I wish I also played Win, because it's very good against Flu. You can summon back like an M-Pen, which is a big body. You can summon back like an Eglin or Ravina that's in Grave. They don't often end up in Grave, but sometimes they do. So
Right.
I never summoned Celine. Maybe I could cut it,
Yeah.
but yeah. Flame Swordsman. So this is a generic Warrior Link 2. Once SP is out, we can cut this, because that's just way better by a mile. But currently it's the only generic Warrior Link 2, so you can link climb into his ult. And I played IP Unicorn. So sometimes you want to end on IP Masquerena. It's very good against, it won me the match against like Rescue Ace. It's also good against Sprite, Unicorn, shuffle one back. Yeah, it also plays around like Lightning Storm. A bit better, because you can equip stuff to it and then it doesn't get destroyed. And then Access Codes for OTKs, pretty self-explanatory. And then the XYZs, so 2 rank 3s, and Downerd and Zeus. So Fortune Tune's really good against like Purely, they can't target with Noir, so it helps you go into Zeus in that matchup. And Levia is really good for putting out damage, because it summons one back, gives you an extra body, and it also helps you your grind after your Mikankos are banished. And then Downerd Zeus, Downerd was sort of like a last minute addition, and it was amazing, especially against Flu. Having the format Zeus is just a massive difference. And I also played against Runic Stun, and this also was very good against that matchup. Side deck, 3 Nib, best card. This card was amazing. I side in versus Unchained, Sprite, and it's very good in those matchups. Against Unchained, it stops them, like, it's not really an issue playing through Unchained boards, and Nib stops most of the hard stuff, so it makes it so much easier to play into that. 3 DD Crow. So this was sort of like a generic catch-all in case I played against like Tier, Purely, or Unchained. And I started in a couple times, didn't really play much against Purely, I didn't play any Tier at all, and I never drew it against Unchained, but I think it's good, this format, so it's what it is. 2 Droplet. Because of side patterns, I could fit 2 more cards, and Droplet was really good. I should have played 3. This card's amazing, because in my deck, sending cards to grave can often unbrick your hands. You can send the quick play spell if you open no names to then mill a card to then like start playing. So I should have played 3 instead of maybe a Crow or something. 3 Cosmic or 1 Duster. Just need it for back row matchups. Again, I played against Runic Stun, and I need it, so yeah. And last card, Spellbound.
Okay. Finally we're seeing this card. Okay.
Spellbound, the idea of this is that it's very good against Purely, it's very good against Branded Chimera. I sided into both of those. Unfortunately, I didn't see it, but the card is extremely solid across both of those matchups. And yeah, going second, even against Fluonderies, they start playing, they normal 2 birds, you go Spellbound, they can't tribute anything, so they can't get to Riser, they can't hit you with that. Yeah, overall, I really rate the card. It's pretty good.
Alright. A preferred combo, like your standard. Let's go.
Yeah. So standard combo. Let's say we open. So the thing about standard combo is with this deck, it's a bit difficult because you never really want to open just like Connector. You need to open at least 1 other card for it to be useful. So if you open Connector plus even something as simple as a Hare, you're already in a very good position. Connector, you summon Dolphin, you can use the effect. You want to get this, get at least something into grave, so you can have the grave set up. This could be a quick play spell, a Hare, a Hime obviously would be the best one, because you can search anything and then start playing. But yeah, something there. And then you use these 2, make his ult, Off Isolde, you want to add Roland, because it's a quick effect you can use in your opponent's turn. So you'll have Roland in hand. And yeah, in this scenario, you can go Isolde. You want to send one. Summon runner. And then you can use the effect of Mayo, targeting the Hare Engrave. Summons and equips. And then the Hare will trigger, so you can use the effect to add an equip spell. You want to add Arabesque here. And then you go Arabesque on Reno, effect, you bounce the Reno to hand, summon one from deck. So in this case, we just want to summon like Huli to get the search. Huli will search as the trap. So turn one, it depends what you're playing against. If I'm playing blind, I usually go for Spirit Walk because it's better for follow-up.
Okay.
So yeah, search this. Special the Reno. So in this case, there's no real need to add anything with Reno. You don't really gain anything from it. So, but if you add like other equips, then you can use the effect.
Okay.
And then use these two. Make Arclight. And then you can use all three of these. Make Apollosa. So it's a 3-mana Apollosa, and then the Arclight will search a monster. You can search Ohime here. And then, yeah, with the Ohime, you can then now search the Quick Play spell. Wherever it is. Yep, search the Quick Play spell. Discard any of the other cards. The Quick Play will summon this. And then you can banish it from grave. So that's the trap there. To send the Reflection Rondo. And yeah, so in this board you have so much, you have 5 disrupts. Okay. So you have the 3 Apo negates, you have the Ohime to steal a monster to protect Apo, you have this, a spot removal, and then on top of that, you want to use this as soon as possible to get into the graveyard. Okay. And then during the end phase, you can start like popping off for next turn. So the Spirit Walk is a quick effect in grave. So during your opponent's end phase, let's say they beat over this, maybe they even out this. Say they out everything, and then you use your cards, you stop their turn. Then you just go Spirit Walk, effect, summon back Hare. Roland effect, equip to Hare. Hare effect, add an equip spell.
Okay.
And then you can add the Fire Dance, which revives one. And even after they break your whole board, you have so much follow-up because you still have the green equip, which will summon back Huli, that searches the second trap, and then you can turn these into a Zeus, make this live. It depends obviously what the game state is.
Of course, yeah.
You have so much follow up on turn 3, even if they break literally everything, and that's how.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Any last words?
Any last words? I'm very glad my first YCS top, and yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the list. Congrats.